What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Random Media Guys. Sorry, it's a little podcast. My name's Dan.
My name is Chris. Great to have you again.
Yes, I was sick last week, and I'm finally better. I'm just on the fan. It's fucking hot.
We're going to talk about some
Movies,
bad movies tonight.
good movies. But let's start our off with the movie that we've been waiting to review.
Yeah, John Wick, which we both didn't see together.
Yeah, so John Wick 2, because we did the original John Wick.
Yeah,
So,
John Wick Part 2. I thought first off the bat, okay, give me your first impression of the movie.
I liked it. There were some parts where like, okay, this is there was a few like continuity errors. So by the way, before anybody complains, spoiler alert, you've been warned.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We might give away parts of the movie, so don't bitch at us. You've been warned.
I rolled an 8. So my big problem was there's a bit of a continuity error. I was rewatching the first one, and the Russian guy claimed he's the one who helped John Wick get out. But in the
Russian guy.
Yeah. The one
John Wick get out of what? The organized crime killing business?
Yeah, the guy whose son killed his dog, and the first one claimed.
So he helped get him out, but then the Italian guy wanted John Wick back in at the end of the movie.
I think what happened is, here's my thought.
I forget the end of the first one, so.
Yeah, but here's my thoughts. My thoughts are that he helped set up this whole council thing. He used his thing helped set up the groundworks, and they are the ones who both own his ass afterwards. What?
Are you going to be one of those people like with a hole in their lungs soon?
I don't want to like. Yeah. So that was only because it's but I like the action.
I thought that they really perhaps overdid the shooting and not enough dialogue or some different variety of scenes in their plot. I thought the plot perhaps carried on. Don't get me wrong, the killing, the violence was great. If you want a movie with a lot of violence, good punch-ems and, John Wick basically beating the crap out of all these people. This is your movie. But, it went on and on. It was quite redundant. I mean, the amount of shooting, there was no pause really too much other than when he, encountered
Morpheus.
Lawrence Fishburne, who I still can't quite. What was he doing down there? What was his business? He was like
he was one of the bosses. But his.
No, he has his own gang, or.
Yeah, but his thing, he's all about information.
He's all about giving people information.
He's all about knowing, because remember they showed him like attaching like chips to birds to hear stuff. So
right.
I think he was
like a communicator in the underground world.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is that was kind of, the movie did feel a little.
They got the over the nonstop shooting and fighting, was incredibly redundant. So, literally that was like 80%, 90% of the movie.
It was still fun.
There wasn't like Okay, the ending I thought was rather trite.
Where he
and out of character. John Wick wouldn't be that stupid.
No,
just savage.
No, remember, because they keep saying he's a man of focus and just pure.
I know, but you would then be focused on the bigger picture, which is not fucking yourself over such a small thing. Over the fact this guy, just fucked you over and put a giant hit out on you. Right. He would kind of think, violating the rules of the hotel there.
Yeah.
Would really put him in deep shit and would be completely counterintuitive to his survival. which through the whole movie, clearly this character is very interested in. Or does he not care anymore in the end? I mean, what was the... Perhaps there's mystery there on what his motives are.
I'm wondering if they're hinting that he just...
Perhaps he got sloppy.
Yeah, perhaps he just didn't give a fuck anymore.
No, but you're right. John Wick, though, is very focused, smart, and he's determined to live. I don't see his character, committing such a stupid act like that.
I know it was kind of the damn thing, like even what's it called? Ian McShane's here was like, dude, don't do this. This is. He was trying to talk him off the ledge. You know what?
It didn't. It was kind of stupid. I don't know.
It would have been more interesting if he'd actually grabbed the guy and dragged him out and then shot him. They could have gone, I wasn't on cover.
It would be funny. I mean, yeah, see, something like that, I believe, would be a better ending. That some sort of clever way of, abiding by the rules and getting what he wants in the end would have been sort of a clever wrap-up of the movie. That was kind of my only beef with it. Again, if you're interested in seeing a movie with some killer shooting.
Hey, there he is.
Double shake weights.
Shake weights.
Yeah.
It's Merlin. We were just reviewing John Wick, but you haven't seen it yet. John Wick Part 2. I keep saying John Wick.
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Yeah, the second one it's good, but it's like there's some things that it doesn't do as good as the first one.
Hey, dude, I was talking to my friend at work here, Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
He says if you're going to drive up in cold climates with your van,
yeah,
you need a heater in your diesel engine.
Yeah, block heater, right? That's
so
what
you're going to need a block heater. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't. What's it called? Diesel's that thing where it condenses, right? That's how it's condensed. It's condensed.
Yeah, it gels up.
By the way, how's the van running now?
It's running good.
The mystery machine, man.
I took it to my uncle's today, and he said that, before I went on the trip, he could hear it cranking, and he knew, like, the battery was kind of crapping out. Also, with me cranking and trying to get it started up on Palomar Mountain, I wore out the starter, because once I started it back at a normal temperature and elevation, it made this god-awful whining sound. So I was like, uh-oh, I think the starter's fucked. So he gave me a new starter.
Yeah. And I would never take that van up to cold climates.
Yeah.
Unless you have a block heater in there.
Oh my God, you guys check this out. My dad sent me this a while ago, but you check this out. I'm going to share.
All right.
Check this out.
Let's see it. Movie.
After this, let's talk about the worst.
They have a ball.
Childhood exuberance.
They have ball pits. I'm like,
so you're trying to watch the movie, and there's kids making fuckloads of noise.
Actually,
That's awesome.
What's that? How is that going to work?
Actually, I remember right. They say that basically. I think you read it was like the movie. There's one. There was another one I had, but it was like anything after what's it called? 15 minutes, like when the previews start, the ball pit closes.
Oh, okay, so it entertains the kids while you're sitting there waiting for your movie
to start.
That sounds a little weird and lame, and just sort of. I can just see so many parents just not wanting to deal with their kid's shit in the ball pit, and then having to now find your kid in there. And then it's like you'd be wanting just to sit down when your movie starts. I don't see that.
Right.
By the way,
I just don't see that.
Check this out. This is our new banner on our live stream channel.
That's like us.
That's you. That's me.
Nice. That's like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
That's what this show sometimes is. I swear.
Speaking of that, let's start naming, since we're on the topic of movies. What are the worst movies you guys think you've seen?
Well, let's go. Let's start with Merlin. Merlin, you go.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, there was that really bad. It had to do with werewolves and the president of the United States. It was
what?
That was on Netflix.
Yes.
Yes, that was funny.
FDR American Badass. That was a hit movie. It was not even like Mystery Science Theater 3000 worthy. Like not oh it's bad so it's funny. No, it was like a waste of my goddamn time. I regret watching that movie. Never watched.
I know it sounded pretty bad when you described it to me.
Huh?
Was it like filled with all kinds of CGI, like it was Sharknado?
No, not even that. It was just corny humor to the point of like, no, you're not making any sense. It's not even corny anymore. I guess the premise.
And there wasn't any crafty jokes or anything to compensate for the bad plot and production.
No, there was nothing. It was just shit.
Fuck it. It's a piece of shit.
Shit.
I mean, if you have a terrible budget, you have to compensate with some really funny, over-the-top plot lines and.
You know, that reminds me of what was it, the one-armed boxer versus the man with a guillotine? That was
actually really good. That was, a good funky kung fu movie. That's really good. I would recommend anyone to sit and watch that, and they'd be entertained as we were.
Which
one movie I saw, which I thought would be funny, a couple years ago, was Surf Nazis Must Die.
Oh yes, I know about this one.
And it's a terrible. You would think like there's some good jokes, there's some good sex scenes in it, maybe. It's your classic B film, but no, it's like a total piece of boring shit.
I only watched
it was like
the very
Long Beach or something.
The very first part of it, where like there's a bunch of kids sitting on the beach and they're like, "Yeah, surf Nazis."
Right. It's like in an apocalypse, and like everyone's like around the beach, and there's like surf Nazis bullying people. But like the movie was so fucking boring and bullshit because it was really trying to take itself serious. It's like, no, you cannot be serious about a movie called Surf
Nazis Must Die. Yes.
You know what's great? Chris and I both saw this. The Malibu High. That was just so bad.
That was so bad. Yeah, that was so bad. It could have been better. It could have been better. Like it was some girl just sleeping with different teachers and stuff.
And the editing was bad. The best part of the movie, Merlin, you'll enjoy this. There's a chase scene where she's chasing down this guy from her school, and they're playing
at fucking Point Doom.
And they're playing the People's Court theme.
Beach.
The people. The People's Court.
Yeah. They're playing People's Court while they're chasing what, the bad guy or the
No. She's the bad guy. She's chasing the other dude, the guy who the one guy, the guy, her classmate. And you're dirt.
They just stole the soundtrack from a crappy TV show to put in their crappy movie.
No. I think it's reversed. Yeah. I think they made there was this song. They're like, hey, you know what? That's not a bad song. They threw it in the People's Court.
Yeah, People's Court.
That happened with Cool Hand. That happened with
a movie I recently got into that's so bad and classic was Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh yeah, it had Bela Lugosi in it, didn't it?
It did. It was
his
a
last film. He died.
You can watch it on Netflix. No, you can watch it on YouTube for free. That truly is a movie that was trying to be serious,
but it was Ed Wood.
But it was really funny. It was really fucking funny. Like seeing like little flying saucers being held up by like strings.
Awesome.
Like it's like really bad. And like it was like the plot was like these aliens made like this dead woman come up from her grave and she's like killing people at the gravesite. That's the plot.
Wasn't like Bela Lugosi attacked by like some sort of like squid monster?
Yes, and there's like a dude who's like he looks like a giant ogre. It was Ed Wood. Ed Wood was a classic director.
I need to sit down and watch Ed Wood. Ed Wood, I hear, is a really good movie.
The biography they did of Johnny Depp, yeah, that's a good movie. He's also known as being one of the first directors to do the first, I think, LGBT documentary in 1953.
Really?
Wow.
It's called Glenn and Glendora. It was a documentary on a transsexual woman in Los Angeles, which was pretty groundbreaking for a movie in 1953.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's way ahead of it.
Ed Wood himself dressed up like a lady. He was a cross-dresser.
You know, to this day, I've never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it.
I'm just
basically
transsexual.
What is it? What's his name?
Transgender Transylvania.
Dr. Frankenfooter.
Tim Curry. Yeah, Tim Curry is this weird bisexual guy, and he screws like Susan Sarandon and her boyfriend that show up at this creepy house.
Yeah.
And it's like a musical with sex and transsexual, goth people. I don't know. It's a fucking weird movie, dude. It'll be weird. You should watch it. Watch it with Steve.
Oh, you know what?
People talked about it all the fucking time in high school because it was a classic.
Oh yeah,
but I never.
You could go down to the Rocky. Byron used to go down at Fallbrook to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is better than going to the fucking Pole Bowl, which is what we should have done.
Uh-huh.
And there they would, if you're a newbie, they do shit like stick the microphone down your pants.
Yeah, I always heard about that shit. They'd like haze you if you went to the theater. Yeah. Like they had midnight showings.
It's like a whole thing. And then like the audience was expected to sing along with different scenes of the movie. So it was very interactive.
Right. Let's do the time warp again. Yeah, shit like that. Right.
No.
Yes.
Well, the first thing you do is this, and they do the whole like explanation. No,
another horrible movie, Donovan's Brain. Have you ever watched Donovan's Brain?
That sounds like a god awful movie.
This is like from the 50s. I'm getting into deep bad shit.
Oh, I've seen some. I've seen some bad shit. Like there is a podcast called God Awful Movies, and there was one of those Christian propaganda films called If Footmen Tell You What Will Horses Do, and it was made by all these these churches. He's like, and basically it's like an anti-communist thing, and it's so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you talking about like the newer Christian movies they do?
No. This was made in the 1970s.
Okay, right. Some of the newer ones really got bad reviews.
I mean, like
Kirk Cameron, God's Not Dead Part 2.
Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas.
Kevin Sorbo. Okay, yeah, that's bad.
Kevin fucking Sorbo. Oh my god.
Kevin Sorbo in God's Not Dead plays this teacher in a college.
He's the atheist.
That basically stands up in front of the class and says, God is dead. I'm like, okay, I don't think any professor has ever said that. That's like
the only time,
like crazy evangelical Christians believe colleges, where you just walk into a college and the professor just babbles on all day about how God's dead. It's like
not only that, they also had a token Muslim girl who apparently got really into Christianity. Her like dad beats her and all that stuff.
What movie is this?
That's part of God's Not Dead. That's a subplot in there.
It's like they're basically getting into the whole like their whole movie is like college professors are gonna fucking kill you for being Christian, and they kind of try to pump up the whole anti-Muslim thing, right? Is that their thing in the whole movie?
Disappointed. every time I think of Kevin Sorbo, that scene where like disappointed. Oh, you know what a bad movie I saw? It's bad, but it's actually decent. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That was actually
Never
decent.
Seen that one.
It's so funny.
That's actually decent.
Yeah, Attack of the Killer. People like these tomatoes become like sentient and like start killing people, and the only way they can kill them, how do they kill them? Like using like some sort of sonic gun.
Something like that. I don't think I've ever seen the movie all the way. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
My grandma my grandma loved bad B movies back in the day and used to watch them. My grandma, she had a car accident. She was hit by a car, so her legs were fucked up. So she was bound to bed, and she used to watch all these bad. Ever seen Them?
Yes, Them was a classic.
Giant monster thing. Yeah.
Giant atomic ants running across Los Angeles to Southern California.
My mom actually, after the Northward earthquake, thought that they kept hearing the noises and thought. No. The funny thing I heard. No, my grandma was kind of weird at times. And, she She used to watch like Korean and Japanese TV without the subtitles and make up her own stories.
I used to watch Spanish soap operas because the women were all hot in the show.
Yes, Spanish soap operas.
Oh, dude, have you seen some of the women they cast in that?
I love Spanish news, man.
Spanish news, but Spanish soap operas, man, that's the bomb. Dude, have you watched some of those have you watched some of those like daytime television shows that probably Trump supporters just watch all day?
Which ones?
Like Judge Judy.
Like
Judge Judy, Texas law.
Hey,
what is it? They have
Hey, Judge Judy's freaking awesome, man. Don't dish Judge Judy.
It's awesome. It's a great show if you just want to sit on your ass all day and watch people whine about their divorces.
You're gonna
watch people you stole my hamsters and I want $1,000.
Your kid.
Remember, Merlin, you said you had that housekeeper in Stan's place that just watched daytime television.
Yes. Oh my God, Carol. Yes. God, that was a miserable fucking experience.
He watched Montel Williams and the Murray Show.
I dreaded coming home on Mondays because that's when the housekeeper worked. I was like, fuck, can I go hang out with Chris or Max or whoever?
It was pre-internet, right? So there was nothing to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stan's the only guy who ever had a white housekeeper too.
Yeah, right.
Stan's the only dude. He's I'm old fashioned. I have a white housekeeper.
It only works. You can have white housekeeper. They have to be Eastern European. So they have to be Russian or Greek.
This woman wasn't Eastern European. She was though redneck.
Yeah.
She was pretty redneck.
Yeah.
I have the dragon in me.
Yeah, it's I feel the dragon in me, Merlin. I was watching Jerry Springer, Merlin, and I feel like I need to be remarried right now.
Dude, Jerry Springer's the fucking best at times.
She comes into the bathroom with
or the Murray Show.
The Maury Show is
in the bathroom with her cleaning supplies, opens up the toilet. The South has risen again.
Wait, she said that?
No, she never said any shit like that.
The South will rise again, but once the North has been thoroughly nuked.
That's what happened when Jeff Sessions took a dump in the toilet. He said, "Woo, the South will rise again."
Oh, God.
Jeffrey Bogart Sessions. I am the next Confederate General of the United States.
Oh, my God. I am Batman. I want to, you know what? That's weird.
What about a redneck Batman?
Yes, that would be awesome.
If we had a redneck Batman, what if we had Larry the Cable Guy as Batman?
Dude, what if it was and they're driving the General Lee, the Dukes of Hazzard?
Be great. What if the Batmobile's the Dukes of Hazzard?
You got the General,
and the penguins Boss Hogs. Batman and Robin are both always running moonshine and stuff on their Batmobile. It'd be just a Dodge Charger with little wings duct taped to the car.
No, it would be they'd weld it, but it would be a bad weld job to be off by.
Hey man, a redneck does not do a bad welding job.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
It's fucking true, man. When you want a good welding job, you fucking go to rednecks.
That's where we get good moonshine from.
That's right. I knew a friend who lived in North Georgia for a while that was totally Klan controlled.
Oh, yeah.
And he would go to Klan rallies just because he wanted to acquire moonshine. Because it had a nice sharp sting to his mouth.
That's fucking terrifying.
You know what? It's actually, moonshine's basically whiskey that hasn't been aged.
Right. Yeah, if you're a real alcoholic, I think you really want that shit. That shit if you're not used to it, it'll burn, dude.
Actually I've been meaning to do is go to Trader Joe's because they have a lot of fucking beers and stuff. All you get at Vaughn's or whatever are ales or stouts. I want to get something. I've heard porters are pretty good.
Yeah, well, actually, at Vaughn's, I just got like a pretty good porter. I mean, it's Ballast Point, and that's kind of become mainstream now since Budweiser bought it. But their Victory at Sea porter, that's what I was just drinking.
Oh, it's too mainstream.
It's yeah, right. I know. It's like us fucking hipsters, right? But
No.
yeah, it's like 10% alcohol by volume. It's a really good flavored porter. Victory at Sea. I recommend it.
You know, I love it. By the way, you hear they're remaking Doom. Dune.
The movie? Yeah, they're remaking Dune.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
I tried getting into the old one from the 80s.
Oh god, it's got Sting in it too.
It was actually kind of good. It was a long fucking movie. I couldn't finish it. It was good.
Spice must flow.
Spice must flow.
I am the bird.
Guys, what's your thoughts on the new Alien movie coming out?
Oh my god, it looks good.
I know it does. Alien Covenant. It really looks like they're kind of returning back to the first one.
Nice.
Yeah, I look forward to that. What do you guys think of Kong Skull Island?
I'd like to see it.
I want to see it. I want to see that, but I'm waiting for Ghost in the Shell. That looks good.
I want to see
the anime.
The sequel to Blade Runner.
Oh,
that looks good. With Ryan Gosling, and it stars Harrison Ford again. Decker returns, or Decker is still alive.
I'm all about these like revamps with old actors. I mean, it sucks that Harrison Ford, Han Solo got killed off in the last Star Wars.
Ben, is that you? As freaking Ryan Gosling walks in.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Hopefully Decker doesn't die. I mean, maybe he will. Probably will. I bet.
We all know that Harrison Ford will be doing a lot of finger pointing because that's part of his acting. You ever seen that? Someone did a whole montage of Harrison Ford pointing.
No, we can't forget Harrison Ford's best role. Harrison Ford.
Fuck off. and now for my interview with Harrison Ford.
My exclusive
interview. Fuck off.
Remember this part? Bruno.
Oh God.
Bruno. That was a really good movie. That was a really fucking crazy movie. It was like him making out at the end in the fucking UFC cage with his assistant. All the rednecks were losing shit. Was funny as crap.
No. It wasn't a UFC case. It was a freaking rodeo.
It was the Octagon. It was the Octagon in the end, and they were supposed to fight. He called himself Straight Dave. And then Schultz, his assistant, came and they started making out, and all these rednecks were throwing chairs and garbage, fucking take that shit out of here, take that, fuck you,
fuck you. no,
shit out of here.
Oh, I saw an interesting movie. Speaking of things like that, I watched a movie called Spectral, which was. It has the guy who plays Commissioner Gordon from Gotham on there. And apparently there's this poor country in the Eastern Europe that apparently developed a new type of matter. And basically when it hits you, it kills you. And they're basically they don't know that, they think it's ghosts. Then until they realize it's this apparently the government used to be a dictatorship. They're working on this new form of matter that basically kill people by just hitting them. So there's points where they're running around the BFGs killing these ghosts. It's kind of campy, but kind of funny to watch.
It sounds cool.
BFG.
Dude, I like this.
I also watched that.
What have I recently watched on Netflix? That's good.
I watched Frontier, the series with.
Oh yeah, I got into that a little bit with Jason Momoa.
Dude, he does a lot of good stuff.
I've gone back. I started The Walking Dead up again.
That's gonna be fun because then you're gonna get to the point going, Okay, now I know why I stopped Walking Dead.
No, I'm still into it, man. It still has my attention. It hasn't gone sour yet.
Hmm.
I'm totally eager to find out what happens.
Brainless mutants.
So Merlin, what's new?
What's new with me? I don't know. Not a whole lot. I mean, basically, I got my car fixed and I'm still in school and
So the starters, okay.
yeah, van's running,
Mystery Machine, man. I was actually at work today. I was speaking of like Mystery Machine. I had to take money from a guy because he was doing cashier work, and I just got this big fucking woof of like, oh, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, this dude's got some fucking weed up. This guy at least, like, he was like reeking the stuff. I'm like,
Did you ask if you could smoke some?
I should.
Machine. Shaggy and Scooby.
I love how it's funny. Fucking what's his face?
His machine go.
What's his face? They're like, no, Shaggy's not a stoner. Oh fuck! It was like Casey. Was it who used to voice him? Casey. Fucking what's his face? Casey Anthony or something like that. He used to do like American Top 40.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, he's not a stoner. He just has an appetite. Yes, he has an appetite. He hears a dog talking, and dust comes out of the room sometimes. No, I think he's a fucking stoner. Everyone's got
dude.
What, man? By the way, Chris, I got these.
Yeah,
What are those?
Daniel and I were talking earlier about that. Dice.
Got some dice.
Nerd.
Oh, cool. So we can finally play.
We can do either Riffs or D&D.
Yeah, did you tell Merlin about Riffs?
You heard of Riffs before?
No.
It's D&D, but it's really cool.
It's post-apocalyptic. It's basically if D&D and Mad Max and Cyberpunk slammed together and took it up to 11.
You have vampire. You could be like a druid. You can be a rift walker.
You can be a cyborg. You can be a freaking like tech guy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's how old? I mean, what's the Rifts community like? Do you read anything online?
Not really. I maybe should, but I want to. There's a lot of other games. Merlin, you ever played Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah, a couple times. I mean, we had limited rule books to work from, and we didn't get real deep into it. It was just like, dinner, like 1920s dinner party mysteries that turned into us like awakening, the old ones or whatever.
And then everyone got tentacle raped.
Right, something like that.
I'm sorry. Every time I think of,
Whoa, your dad's behind you.
What? Holy crap!
Dude, there's like some dude that just walked in there. Daniel's about to get killed.
Be down and worship me, yo.
Yes, Father. I show.
All right. So,
By the way, thanks for the article. That was quite interesting.
which one?
The one about the ball pit.
Okay. See, don't judge me by my good looks alone.
Yes. Yo, you're so fat.
I'm gonna go to the gym and work on my muscles. I'll see you later.
You look good for a guy who. What are you going on a century old?
Yes, I've passed my first half century and working on the second. I'm trying to be around that long to torment you. Nice cleanup job, by the way.
I'll continue on that.
Your tomb's gonna say, "I will."
That
Dude,
was
like, what if like a psycho got in your home and just killed you? We'd be watching that shit.
like you see like
If some like psycho got in your home and like you guys just got into it right there, we'd like call the cops, but it's like all over online right now.
it'd be like that. Oh, what the fuck!
It's like some dude was like raping. With like some giant dude was like raping you on your desk, bro.
Oh my god,
Almost
dude!
like-
Dude,
I looked away from my screen for a second, and then the next thing I see is like some dude standing in your doorway smiling. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm like, who? Yeah, I'm like, I knew it was his dad, but it's like, I'm sure Merlin's like, whoa.
Go check this out.
Yeah. Fuck yes.
Oh yeah, the guy.
He's boss ass. Does that
He's
mean
definitely-
Make Naboo great again. Build the trade blockade.
He's definitely Jabba the Hutt.
Dude, there've been so many.
Trump is the closest human being to resemble Jabba the Hutt.
I thought that was Sally Struthers.
Sally Struthers?
You ever seen that? Ever seen that in South Park?
No.
There was an episode where basically these aliens landed on Earth, and they're trying to get back from it. And apparently, Christian Sally Struthers, who basically had hoarded so much of the the children's food fund, she basically became a Hutt.
Oh my god. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was after. You see the Starvin' Marvin one?
No, I don't think so. I know who Starvin' Marvin is.
This is one of the Starvin' Marvin ones.
Ethiopian kid.
You know what's funny? I actually had I had a coworker who was Ethiopian.
I want you, Starvin' Marvin.
Yeah, I had a coworker who was Ethiopian too. Yeah, my first job as a locker attendant.
Yeah.
I heard you like masturbating to Ethiopian women.
They're nice people. They're really nice people when you talk to them.
They are.
Except for the fact they allow that sometimes allow female genital mutilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tends to be quite prevalent there.
Bald.
I'm thinking I ought to sign off.
All right.
Stuff done tonight, but
yeah, I think
You're gonna masturbate to porn?
yes, lots and lots of porn.
Are you hooking up with Carol again?
Yeah, shake those dice.
Did Carol find you on Facebook
Oh,
and
God.
she's like gonna come over and bang the shit out of you?
No.
You're just like
That is not that Southern Belle is not my cup of tea.
I want you. I want you.
all right, good. Have fun watching Suburban Commando for the 5th time.
I will.
I need to watch that movie. I was frozen today.
Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan. It was like back in the 90s or 80s.
It was so.
That sounds amazing. I should watch that. Would have Suburban Commando. Just
Oh, you know what's fun? We watched Over the Top. That shit was fucking hilarious. That's where it was Sylvester Stallone was in an arm wrestling tournament,
uh-huh.
and apparently his baby mama died, and his baby's grandpa didn't want him to see his kid.
Yeah.
He's one of those you're a bad influence. It's like you're a truck driver kind of thing, one of those and he kicking the guy's ass. It's really kind of like this. It's full of 80s cheese.
Sure.
With Sylvester Stallone going, "Oh, it's not God."
Nice. Gotta love the old Stallone.
I know. Well, you know what was good? I'm glad they did a remake of it. Was Judge Dredd. That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that and the remake they made of it was actually pretty good with Carl Urban.
Yes, that
Carl
was.
Urban actually did a really good job of looking constantly pissed off, just like Stallone did.
Well, so Stallone always looked like he was constipated. It's slightly confused. Like, why am I here? Why am I in the ice cubes? You know what was really bad was it had Rob Schneider in it. That was just so
Weird.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to sign off.
All right.
Good seeing you. Wait, did Chris drop out?
Yep. All right. So I'll see you later.
Ciao.
Ciao.